Hey there, YouTube friends! So you just picked up Planet Coaster 2 and are looking to hit the ground running when it comes to making beautiful creations. But now what? Maybe you're new to the franchise, never having played a Planet game before. Maybe you're one of those zoo types, looking to see how this compares. Or maybe you're like me, and you have dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of hours in Planet Coaster 1. Regardless of the reason you're here, you are, and I've got a few handy tips and tricks to make building in Planet Coaster 2 better for you. We're talking hotkeys, fiddly things to watch out for, and other bits to generally speed up building and make it just a little easier to play with this new set of digital Lego. I'm maskedbandit, and I am so glad you're here. Let's dive right in. First, don't get frustrated and don't get overwhelmed. There are a lot of new pieces in this game, thousands of them in fact, so it can feel overwhelming at first. I highly recommend that you download or use some of the Frontier blueprints provided to us to see how the pieces are put together. Blow up the building, see how the pieces get put together, see how they use pieces in creative ways. You're going to have to relearn that muscle memory of where pieces are at. I've got several dozens of hours in the game now, and I am just now starting to remember where pieces are, but there's still so much that I have to go hunting for, and that takes valuable time in a game like this, so don't get frustrated at that. You will. It just takes time. There is a learning curve to this game. It is not quite the same as Zoo or Planet Coaster 1, so if you're coming from one of those games, you may feel a little bit behind or like this doesn't fit as nicely as you thought it would. At least that's how it was for me. It will take time to get comfortable, but I do believe that if you put the time in, it will feel just right in not too long at all. Don't forget that in this game, blueprints are king. The big button, if you wish to create your own, is called Create Custom, and it's off on the right. The game defaults to showing blueprints this time, so get used to clicking Create Custom if you want to create your own wonderful custom structures. The nesting of menus can be a struggle for PC players on Planet Coaster 2, so get used to using that right-click button. It's essentially the back button in Planet Coaster 2. But do be careful, because you can accidentally delete a piece of scenery with it, like I do sometimes, so make sure that your mouse is not hovering over a piece of scenery as you're right-clicking. Again, something that I've just kind of gotten used to, not the end of the world. If you are coming from Planet Zoo or Planet Coaster 1, you're going to want to probably swap spacebar and P hotkeys so that you can get that retro Planet Coaster or Planet Zoo feel. In the default Planet Coaster 2, spacebar is now pause and unpause, and P is how you snap to a grid. I don't like that, so I switch it, and luckily for you, if you do that, if you switch one, it'll automatically switch the other for you, which is really nice. Hotkeys, hotkeys, hotkeys. I'm going to have a separate video about this and a basic building tutorial video, but do learn your hotkeys for faster building, especially these, as I'll blow through them real quick. Z rotates things 90 degrees. You can hold it for precise control, or you can use your space or P, whatever you're using, to snap to grid increments while rotating. Press R or double click to enter a building group so that you don't have to go through a nest of menus. Control D to duplicate a piece or duplicate an entire building. Control X to enter advanced move. And then you can press X to swap between the move, rotate, and scale menus. Shift to make things go up and down, basically to shift to the Y axis. And hit right, control, right, shift, and G to remove the UI. This is the same as in Planet Coaster 1. Here's a fiddly bit. Watch out when recoloring items. This is a bit for the seasoned veteran of the Planet series, but you must click confirm when recoloring a piece. Don't be like me. Save valuable time remembering this little tip. Don't be afraid to use pieces as they were unintended. Use windows as walls. Anything flat can be a ceiling or a floor. Font pieces are tiny, especially when scaled down, and are super for detailed builds. Scaling and rotating is super useful in finding new ways to use pieces. And did you know there is mulch in the game if you just turn the flowers upside down? For faster building, think about building exponentially, especially when you have a long line of beams or fences or whatever. Place 2, make it a group. Then open that group, copy pasta, and then select all 4, copy pasta again, now select all 8, copy pasta, so on and so forth. It will really speed up your building rather than trying to place them all one at a time. Groups are your friend. Water doesn't play nice with terrain in Planet Coaster 2, just like in Planet Zoo. But the good news is it does play nice with paths, and water plays nice with paths as well. You can now manipulate terrain underneath pathing, and that is a big step up from Planet Coaster 1. So those are just some really basic beginning get to know you things as you are getting comfortable with Planet Coaster 2, as you are hopefully overcoming that little bit of a learning curve. And I know that if you follow these tips, plus I'm sure the tons of other things that are out there, you are going to find building in Planet Coaster gets easier and easier. If you'd like to see these things in practice, check out this video here. This is me building Bikini Bottom in Planet Coaster 2, a series we just started not too long ago. You should check that out. And if you found these tips helpful, do hit the like button and consider subscribing. We're going to do more of these kinds of videos, plus lots of building, as well as Planet Coaster 2 is absolutely here, and we are all so very excited for it. Thanks so much for watching. I've been MaskedBandit. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.